Hey guys, you have tuned in to Relationship Smoke. I'm C.
Man, who am I? Yo, this is Black Logan right here. What's up, everybody? We back. We in the house.
Thank you for
Yeah.
coming back to join us. What you smoking on? We got our hookah light. We got our hookah lit, and we came back to talk to you. So today we just gonna talk to you guys. So what you want to talk about, Black Logan?
You forgot this. You forgot this. The something else to say to the people, man.
What?
Thank you, everybody who watched our previous videos, liked our videos, commented, and subscribed, and shared, and all that other kind of stuff, right? And anybody else that sees this video that it resonates with, please like, share, and subscribe.
And come back. Come back and
come
watch
back.
us.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
drop these videos often, guys.
And leave your comments below, please, to come up with some topics to talk about. Sometimes we may run out, but we like to hear from you guys, right? So anyway, now what we talking about? We just talking about stuff.
Let's talk about trauma. How different traumas can affect your relationship.
All right.
So what you think?
The trauma period. I remember the trauma that I had a traumatic experience that affected our relationship.
What was that?
Shoot, I remember when remember that I was living in Queens, New York at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I came and got you, and I didn't really know my way, like how to take the trains at that time, to switch from train to train. So I got off at one train and I walked miles to get you, and then because I know that train led me closer to my house in Queens, right? And we walked all through the section of Brooklyn in a blizzard, y'all. It was snowing. And you was like, yo, where you
That
taking
was
me?
traumatic because
You was like, yo, where
I
you
was cold.
You like, yo, where you taking me? Well, I said, yo, we going to the train.
And we passed from the 90s.
Well,
Those who know Brooklyn, the 90s, if you know the 90s, look it up if you don't know the 90s. But from the 90s, I remember walking past Boys and Girls High School, which is in Bed-Stuy. From the 90s to Bed-Stuy.
That's about...
He had me walk that far. That was traumatic.
How many miles is that? I got to Google that one day to see how many miles that was, right? Historically.
And you know how that affect me? To this day, I hate walking.
Nah, that's
Blame
a lie.
him.
That's a lie.
Blame
That's
him.
a lie. That's
yes,
a lie.
I hate
Yeah,
walking.
For me, right? Yeah.
That was the last time
that
I
wasn't
walked
even
that far.
wasn't even the experience that traumatized me. Remember, like, okay, it was time to go back, right? And we had other people with us, and I was trying to get over like okay, to take the train back in those times, there was no Metro cards back then. You had to use tokens, right? To put it in, you put it in the slot.
He not telling the story right.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna tell the story.
I'm
gonna tell the story.
I remember.
Right, you had to put the token in, and then you go through a turnstile or whatever, a gate, and then you're in the thing. Right, you're in the train. You would take any train.
All
whatever.
of this is true, but he not telling the story
so
right.
So I put I had a fake token.
No.
What was it?
He had somebody else train pass. If
no,
you went to
no,
school,
no.
He had somebody else train pass, and the transit officer busted him. Came out and was like, "Let me see the pass." And the person that I was with, we took off. We was like, you know what, the police, we out.
No.
Ain't nothing wrong with my train pass.
It wasn't that.
That's what it was. You don't remember. But you didn't have the right train pass. You had somebody else's train pass.
Usually when you go, because it happened to me before. I had other people's train pass. Usually, right, they'll just take the train pass and tell you, yo, get out of here. Go, right? But I had a fake token or something that was like, it wasn't a token, right? And it had worked. That's how, I didn't have money back then, right? I didn't have no money back then. I was poor, right? You know, I was a poor kid.
So how did that
Right.
affect your relationship, Black Logan?
Shit, I'm still poor. You got me poor. Sitting in the poorhouse right here. Look, right? So anyway, they went ahead because they had.
We left.
They know
We left.
you guys had train passes.
Yup, and we took off because
You guys had train
I
passes.
wasn't supposed to be in Queens no
And-
way,
and-
so
and
I
look-
wasn't getting stuck.
And look
Nope.
what she couldn't even try to slip me to pass on the low,
Nope.
so I could go and
Nope.
then get let in. You know.
Nope.
You know.
I had to get home.
So okay. Here it is that there was cops hiding. They was hiding in some room somewhere in the train station, right? So as soon as I put the thing in, I guess the clerk, the guy the person that's a token clerk, they sit in a booth, right? They're behind a booth or whatever. So I don't know what I think that the thing got stuck in there and I couldn't go through. And my dumb ass at the time, right? Thinking I'm getting over, I called the token booth clerk. I'm like, yo, can you come in? My token got stuck in the turnstile. My token got stuck. So he took a device, the poke it down so that, you know, whatever's in there could fall out. And what fell out was the fake token, right? So he looked at it and then he's like, oh, don't worry about it, right? So my behind was just standing there like a dummy waiting. So he gets on some kind of radio or something. Then all I see is two cops come out of a room somewhere. And at that time, I was a juvenile. So guess what they did? They arrested me and drove me all the way
To Brooklyn.
No, it wasn't Brooklyn.
No?
They can't do that. They
Where they
drove me
drove you
into
to?
another section of Queens called Howard Beach.
Well, I don't know.
That was very far from where I was at the time, right? And I had to call my father, right?
That was traumatic, I bet.
Yeah, because that time my father lived in, he lived in Brooklyn, so he had to travel all the way from Brooklyn to Queens to Howard Beach. Anybody know what Howard Beach is? Howard Beach, right?
To get you?
Black man in Howard Beach, and it was dark, to come and get me for doing what I did, right? Or else they were gonna send me to the juvenile detention over that, y'all. How ironic, right?
So
how ironic is that?
How did that affect your relationship? You was mad at me because I left you.
Yeah, I was mad at you because you left me. You didn't hold me down like with that. But what really affected me is when I got home. Right, my father drove me home, and for the whole ride, he's not saying nothing. So I'm not saying nothing too. But out of my peripheral vision, the corner of my eye, I'm just looking, and I see him grabbing the steering wheel, and his knuckles are white. My father's tall, you know what I'm saying? So I see his knuckles. He's just gripping the steering wheel mad hard, and he's just looking straight ahead and not. And I see he's not saying nothing. It's quiet. That was the first time I never saw my father so quiet before. He's always a talkative person, cracking jokes and stuff like that. He was quiet. He got me home with my mother, man. And I think that was the last ass whooping I got. Right? At that age, I think that was my final ass whooping. But man, they put it on me, man, and it was so bad, right? Like, where I was living at the time, right? If anybody's familiar, they had a bunch of locks on the door, right? So, but it's a lock. One of the locks is that you have to use a key from the inside to unlock it.
The double key lock, yeah.
So I knew something was going on when I started hearing click, 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 click. My mouth was just clicking, click, 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 click. So I'm like, damn, so I'm not thinking nothing. I'm not thinking nothing, too bad. I'm thinking, okay, I'm just gonna get a lecture, whoop-de-whoop, this, that, and
Lecture?
other. Man.
You all right?
Yo, I'm feeling this shit. I'm feeling this like when I'm talking to you. I'm just feeling the blows like it's coming back, because that's how severe the trauma was, the physical trauma. I'm not talking about the mental trauma, but man, and my pops, right? It just came out of nowhere. They just started tearing into me and digging into me, and I'm running. They tag teaming me. One is holding me, and the other one is just what? You did what? What? You went where? What? Yeah, you try to do what? Boop, bloop, bloop, all this whoop-de-whoop. And you know, the way parents get when, you know, anybody that ever experienced an ass whooping, right? So the ass whooping was so severe, right? And there's some stairs leading to the door that they had locks on. But at the time, I didn't know all the doors were locked like that. All the locks. Not all the locks was locked. Not the key lock. I didn't know. So I was like, man, look, man, this shit is, my body's on fire. I gotta do something to get out of here. So, you know, I broke free, right? And I'm trying to get away. So I go down the stairs, but they still, you know, like I said, my father's a tall man.
You didn't go down the stairs.
No. My father, he's a tall man. Wait, let me tell this story.
Tell the truth.
So he hit me with one blow, right? Like it was like across my back. It was like one of them things that like kind of like when they hit you with that belt and you like this, you like right? So when I did that, right, I kind of froze and I started thinking, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just roll down these stairs. I'm gonna just roll down the stairs and I'm gonna play like I'm dead. Right? Maybe the beating will stop then. Right? Because they're like, oh shit, we killed them or whatever. But they'll feel sorry for me, right? Right? No, you laughing, man. This is trauma, y'all. Anybody that can relate to this shit, yo, like this fucking video, man. You know, I don't really curse like that, but you know, for those, I don't mean to offend. I'm just, you know, I'm being passionate with this here because it's bringing back some memories now.
You all right?
So I rolled down the stairs, but the way, you know, I try to roll down the stairs, I guess, you know, like, you know how they used to roll down the stairs on TV back in the day, them dramatic roll down, somebody fall down the stairs, but I'm not trying to hurt myself, you know? So it's just like, and I'm rolling down the stairs, right? So I get to the bottom of the stairs, and I just like this. I lay like you know, and I'm like this, right? So they come down the stairs. Shit. And you know, my parents are from, you know, they're West Indian, so they're Caribbean. So, you know, they come with the, you know, they came with the get up. So my mother took she took the device that they was whipping my ass with.
The device. It was a device.
And she tore.
Even a belt. It was a device.
Yo, and she and listen, man. Look, hey, yo, and she tore into me. Yo, I'm saying, look, man.
Oh my God.
If I was dead, they resurrected my ass. They resurrected my ass right then and there, because that blow resurrected the shit out of me. Where I jumped up and I ran and I'm trying to finagle with the locks to get out. I got all of the freaking locks. They still whipping my ass now, right? And I got all the locks down open, so I could run now. And I yanked on the door.
Oh my God.
And I forgot about the lock with the damn key. And I was just in the corner until they was just finished, man. And then after that, you know, I went up, I was crying and all that, and they was lecturing me for I think about 4 hours, man.
But how did that affect your relationship?
My dad threatened to break my legs and all that.
I don't think that affected you very much, because that didn't change any of your behavior.
What do you mean?
It didn't change your behavior.
Yes, it did. I didn't try no shit with the train anymore. When I went to see you, I'll be like, look, I can't come. I don't got no money. I don't got no money. I don't got no
He
money.
said, I'm not gonna take the train this time. I'm gonna take my mother car.
Yeah, you telling too much now. You telling
Wait,
too much.
I'm sorry, he didn't take the car.
No, she knows about it now. I told her about that, like, but when I was an adult, then I told her, like, hey Ma, you never knew this. Remember the car that you thought somebody vandalized and you know, well, I used to steal your car. I used to sneak and drive your car when you were sleeping. I would drive it all the way to Brooklyn. Mind you, at the time, I was out there, I'm like 14. I would drive it all the way to see her, right?
Me? Don't blame
Yeah.
me. I ain't have nothing to do with it. I couldn't drive.
And to see friends and stuff like that. And but that's a whole nother story. Where, you know, I ended up crashing the car, and the guy came out. He chased me. He pretended that he had a gun, but it was a blow dryer and all kind of stuff like that, you know. And I'm sorry, Mom.
Black
but
Logan.
I love you. You know I love you. And if you see this video, please
Beat him again. Beat his ass.
please, yo, just realize Ma, you know, that was in the past.
Just tell him he owe you a car. That's it.
That was
Make
in the
him buy you a
past.
car. See, you should
You
buy
know.
Mother's Day coming up.
Mother's Day coming up. Well, that might be a good idea. Maybe Ma, you know, I'll get you a car if you know. We could speak about that on another time to make up for what was done, because I know that, you know, after that you had to take the train or cab and stuff like that. So I apologize. I owe you some money.
Oh my God.
Right.
That was traumatic just listening to it. I'm sorry, babe.
What about you now? What
Me?
about you? Since you want to talk about trauma,
My whole life was traumatic.
That was trauma.
Oh my God. My whole life was traumatic, man. One of the most traumatic things, and it's not traumatic for people nowadays, but as a child, I used to be sent to the store. Everyone was sent to the store with a list. I don't know if you guys are as old as we are, but your parents would write everything down and send you to the corner store. But for me, I wasn't sent to the corner store very often with money.
You gonna tell them how old we are?
We old, y'all. By this, they know we old. We've been together so long.
I'm not old.
Anyway,
nobody don't know.
Story?
Nobody doesn't know how long we've been together.
It was on the other video.
You just said how long we were married.
Oh
You didn't say
my
how long that
God.
we've been together. That the people
Guys, can
look.
somebody comment below if we mention how long we were together, because Black Logan is having a moment.
Look, right? Some of y'all could remember, like, we're kind of like from an era that where your parents, the ones that smoke cigarettes, they could send you to the store and say, hey, get me a packer.
They write it on a note.
They write it on a note, and you could give it to the man, and the man will give you the cigarettes, but you better make sure you bring back that change. That change better be right and exact, or guess what?
You get another one.
You gonna play dead. You gonna try to play dead.
But let me tell my experience, and I don't understand because it's not traumatic for the youth now or for people now, but one of my traumatic experiences was being sent to the store. I used to hate being sent to the store because when I was sent to the store most of the time, I had that paper money. If y'all know, the one that came out of the book and you had to tear it off. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
No, they don't know what you're talking
yes,
about. Yes,
y'all know what I'm talking about.
She talking about food stamps. She's talking about SNAP.
Food stamps.
She talking about SNAP.
Which is now SNAP, which is now on a card. Back then, it was paper money. It was red, blue, brown. It was some weird colors. But honey, when they send you to the store with the whole book and you got to be in the store ripping it off and people standing behind you in the line, that was traumatic for me. And what that changed in me is that I knew that as soon as I was able to, I had to work my ass off because I wasn't ever going to send my kids to the store with that paper money.
How did that traumatize you in your relationship? How can that traumatize you in your relationship?
Can you listen? Did anybody hear what I just said?
Now she don't even go to the damn store. She went to the store for the first time today, right? And
My
like
husband spoils me,
in like some
guys.
years, but she calls me and she's like, I want to buy something. Can I buy this? And she put on that little sweet voice, trying to put on a sweet voice. I'm like, yo, how much is it? Oh, I said, don't go over this amount, okay? Oh, okay. But I know her, so I guess something was just telling me, because we don't live too far from the store, right? And something was just, I guess something deep inside of me was just drawing me to the store when it just so happened that I got back in time and I said, yeah, let me go in the store because I needed to get something anyway, right? And then, I just called her to see where she was at. And I'm like, where you at? Oh, we're in the store. I'm like, oh, really? You're inside? You didn't call.
I'm bougie, y'all. I order my groceries.
You didn't order them. They didn't come and drop it off. They didn't. You physically went inside.
I got out the car.
You got out the car and went inside. You didn't go. Let them go. Put it in your trunk.
Why
and
you
nothing
telling
like that.
my business?
Because you do all of that shit.
Ain't telling
Right.
my business.
So I go in there, then she shows me the item that she wanted to get. And I'm like, how much is it? I'm like, okay.
And he talking about, nah, it costs so much. Let's go look. What? I'm like, you sure you want to take me over there? Because it's one that's more expensive.
Yeah, the ones that were like, I was like, nah, that but they don't want to hear about those kind of adventures there. They don't want to hear about that.
But I'm just saying, my little paper money, that was traumatizing
so that traumatized you now to spend more money. That's what you're saying.
No, that traumatized me to never have to have my kids go to the store with that SNAP or that paper money.
But it's nothing.
There's nothing wrong with it, but it was traumatizing for me.
They used to tease you.
You know, back in the day, you walked in the store with that.
I never seen.
They would have took off on you.
I went in the store with that one time.
Nowadays, if you have that, people be like, "Yo, who got it? I'll buy some more for you." Back then, it was pure smoke. Back then.
Nah, but they were doing the same thing back then. People were selling the food stamps and stuff like that. But you coming from, because we were children basically.
My feelings was hurt, man.
And children had that kind of stigma. But come on, we from a lot of people.
If y'all can remember back in the day,
a lot of people had food stamps.
I got some ice cream. I got some ice cream. You can't afford
That's
it
some bullshit.
because you on the welfare.
That's bullshit.
Where did that come from?
Where did
that come from, babe?
That's Eddie Murphy.
That was Eddie Murphy.
That's some Eddie Murphy shit.
Yo, man.
Hey.
That was traumatizing. I think it was around that time too. I was like, man, don't send me to the store.
So the stamps traumatized. The government cheese ain't traumatized.
No, that government cheese was good, y'all. I ain't want to stand on the line to get it. They used to send me to do that too. But yo, when that thing got in the house and it was this big, boy,
everybody,
make you a grilled cheese with that.
Everybody was standing on the line for cheese.
Cause that cheese was good.
Cheese and peanut butter and
the powdered milk.
And powdered milk and what else? The beef in the can and all that.
I don't know about no beef in the can. No.
I think it was beef in the can. I can't remember.
No.
It was some shit, but I remember one time I seen it because my grandmother used to go get that stuff. And my grandmother
ate that?
My grandmother was a nurse. Look, whatever they made in that house, I had to eat it or else I was starved. It wasn't no extra, like, they wasn't going above and beyond the feed my black ass, whatever the hell was in that damn house. You better eat it. Or you go to bed, you're not gonna eat it. You go to bed hungry. They don't.
But when I tell you that about our children, you be like, "Oh, if they don't want to eat it, just leave them.
Leave them alone."
What?
How you gonna force them to eat something? I don't want it. Fine, you don't want it.
No, you don't be like, go get. You be like, "Oh, you want this? You want that?"
No. I don't do that.
Yes, you do.
I say whatever's in the fridge, you feel like making. Go ahead and make it.
Wasn't none of that when we was coming up.
Go ahead and make it. You understand?
Wasn't none of that when we was coming up.
Okay, so
don't touch my fridge. You don't want. You fancy? Okay, you're gonna go to bed hungry. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? Who gave you a choice? In cereal, you got 5 different varieties of cereal. Wasn't none of that back then.
Nah, shit.
No. If you don't eat them cornflakes, you're gonna be hungry.
Shit. You know how I used to get my cereal? Like, my grandmother, when she worked in the hospital, she, you know, them little bowls, like they used to give them out in school to the little bowls of cereal.
The personal size.
Yeah, she would bring, or in the little box, she would bring those home for me and stuff. She would finesse things out of that hospital and you know.
Don't be saying that.
Well, she don't.
But still,
she don't work,
you
she
don't know
don't
what
work
could
at the hospital.
happen.
What do you mean? What, they gonna come and arrest her?
You don't know. Crazy stuff is going on. No. Don't say that.
They gonna come and arrest my grandmother now?
Don't say that.
She ain't been in over 40 years.
It don't matter.
She retired about
It don't matter. They might be back
almost
there.
40 years ago.
They might tally up like the government and be like, you owe us. No.
The government doesn't run that. That's a private hospital.
Whatever.
The statute of limitations.
Oh,
is
it
gone.
ran out. Anyway, guys, we just wanted to have a little bit of fun with y'all tonight. That was just a little fun session. But leave some comments below. Hope you were able to laugh with us tonight. And hope you had fun.
Laugh.
Share our video.
You talking about laugh? It wasn't nothing funny about that ass whipping I got, man.
It was funny.
It's funny
And he
to
talking
you.
about why you didn't wait. Mine used to be worse.
If you would have waited, that shit would have never happened to me. It would have never happened.
It would have happened to us.
Nah, it
No, buddy.
It would have never happened.
No.
I think this thing went out.
First of all, I used to get beatings just for the hell of it. So you was on your own. No. And plus, huh?
No, I didn't. I thought it went out.
No, you was on your own with that. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that one. That was just a little fun we wanted to have with you. But thank you so much for watching. Please
like, share, subscribe, comment, and leave topics that you would like us to talk about. Whatever topic it may be, dealing with relationships in that form of fashion, and how it may affect your relationship. Good, bad, ugly, you know. That's it.
Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sitting and talking and smoking with us. And once again, be happy, be you, and be free. Peace.
Peace.